don't always go to plan, and you can't just stick spiders together and expect them to get it on. Hi and welcome to Scott's Inverts. I'm Scott. These are the inverts and the reptiles. Today we're going to try and pair up the cave Barinipes. Well, we already have, and it didn't quite go to plan. Don't worry, he is completely fine and so is she. So I'm going to show you the following footage, and then after that we're going to have a little talk to see where we went wrong and what possibly in the future we could do about it. This is the male, absolute stunning spider, hooked out. You can just about see the female there as well, just about peering out of a burrow. But if you look dead carefully there, you can actually see the hooks on him. These are a dwarf species, and off he goes with the drums. Pulling those legs back, throwing them back again. Big, massive taps with the pedipalps just vibrating ever so gently and pulling them back. Each spider actually does this very, very differently from one another. Some have subtle differences, some have massive differences. These guys are quite unique in the way that they do it by pulling those legs back and then thrusting them forward for that big tap. But she is just sitting down there, not that interested. So he starts doing a little bit of a web. Now this is completely fine. Sometimes it can take spiders absolute hours and hours to pair up, especially with like the Chromatopelma pubescens. They can take a long time. But eventually the female comes out, and as you can see, she's come out, she's checked him out. He's kind of thinking, what do I do now? But she still doesn't seem very interested. She's not doing much tapping. But then this happened. They even ended up jumping out of the enclosure together and into one of the catch cups that I had out on the table. So we joined them back into one of the catch cups. Just check this out. Absolutely crazy. Again, she's just curled up there, look, not interested at all. You can see the size difference. And again, the bodies are quite similar. His legs are absolutely massive compared to hers though. I think another molt from her and she would have been absolutely fine and good to go. But we'll look at that towards the end of this video. If you can think of any other reasons to why they didn't molt pair, please let me know down in the comments, as it's a massive learning curve for me as well as for you guys. He's just cleaning his fangs there, hoping that she'll actually respond, because you know all he wants to do is get things moving. That little gold spot on the backs of their bums literally looks like somebody's melted gold and just plopped a little piece on each of their bums, doesn't it? Absolutely beautiful. But they spent ages like this, a long time. I did think, because of how long they actually spent together, that maybe something would happen, and it did. She just started slowly backing away. He's still trying, look, bless him. Luckily, you know, nothing fatal happened, and then this time she actually vacated the premises. She says, not today, fella, I'm all good. Down the side, and away she goes. He's still tapping away on the other side. Look at him going, vibrating. Don't go, don't leave me now. Just imagine what's going through his head. So she's climbing back in, and this is when I really started getting my hopes up. I thought, well, you know, maybe it's going to happen this time. Maybe it's going to work out. But he's decided to back off this time. And we rejoin them, so he's got his legs on her. He's vibrating like crazy, which normally induces the female into turning round, and then they start to pair. But to me, it just looks, she's just far too small for him, I think. And they just literally play kiss chase all around the catch cup until she says, look mate, I'm not interested. Try again this time next year. And she comes up and out. He's still like, where you going? Come back. And she just does the runner. So I personally think, okay, the female has been paired before. She has had an egg sac before as well. But I was chatting to the person that used to own it, and they said the male that he got hold of was quite a small male. So I think the male was just a bit too big for her, but don't worry, you won't be going to waste. Our friend Carl, who lives just around the corner from me, has actually got an adult female K Barinipes, which is a little bit bigger than ours, a bit closer to the male size. In fact, she's a little bit bigger than him. So the male's going to go to him and get paired up. But in the future, I think I'm not going to listen to other people's advice. I'm going to do my Googling and do a bit more research. Because a lot of people, you know, they do and they have got away with breeding females at a younger age, smaller bodies and all sorts. But I think I'm going to stick to the rule of thumb. The female has to be an adult for it to work out. So I personally think the male was a bit too big for her. She was prepared, she was fed up, she was seasoned and everything, although you don't actually have to run these guys for a season, but I chose to just in case. The male come from Callum Ray. So yeah, I'm a bit disappointed, but in one light I'm not, because it's another learning curve, it's another experience for me. So I do still feel quite positive about breeding and such. Like I said, if you get knocked back, you just got to learn from it and carry on and go forward. And that's kind of my philosophy with everything in life now. So thank you ever so much for watching. Let me know down in the comments actually if you want another invert room tour, because there's still loads to show off. Also, let me know down in the comments if you like things like tarantula feeding videos, because I'll chuck some of those out at you as well. Again, we're pumping out quite a few shorts at the moment, basically because it's pretty cool and an easy way to show off a lot of animals pretty quickly. But thank you guys so much for watching, and as always, we shall see you again on the next one.